Hey YouTube, it's Talon Oz here, having a good crack at an Android game, Virtual Pool Mobile. Now, this one's based on Virtual Pool 3, which is an old PC favorite of mine. Let's just crack it open. Come on. Here we go. So at the moment, I've got this a slight bit of lag I've found. I've got it hooked up with a MHL connection to the Elgato game capture, and got XSplit running, capturing this at the moment. Seems to be not too bad, but like I said, maybe half a second lag, but it smooths out after a while, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, basically this game is cheap as chips now, so if you go onto the App Store, you'll find it for $3.95, I think it is. And it's well worth it. It's been optimized to run on 1080p devices now as well, so yeah, it's good for the mobiles, tablets, and for me, Virtual Pool 3 was probably one of the all-time classics, so there's a wee bit of a retro relapse going on here as well. Virtual Pool 4 is pretty good, but for me, the physics in Virtual Pool 3, they really nailed it, and the control scheme still unmatched. If you're using the mouse on the PC game, still the best control method. A lot of pool games have come and gone, and there's a few new ones out, but yeah, Solaris is the company that made it. They kind of set the benchmark with it, and yeah, it's great to have this on my mobile. I kill a lot of time with this when I'm kind of kicking back, or waiting, doing something boring in a doctor's office or whatever. No prostate examination recently, so that's good. Alright, now I've kind of set up career play. I've just started this off, just played on the hard setting, because to be honest, on the mobile, the one thing I would criticize about this, the players don't seem to be as tough as what they were playing on PC, so I've basically just found that hard setting, at least it's a bit of a challenge. So I quickly set up a career the other day, and I've already played my way through all the rooms, just doing the bare minimum to make sure I got enough money to play good old Curly here in his beach house, who's still the man. Basically, yeah, looks like my webcam setup just blocked him out in the corner, but anyway. 598 grand I've got, and I've got 500,000 to play this guy. Now, because I've gone through this right from the start, and playing everybody quickly, it's still giving me a 7-game head start, which is a bit insulting, to be honest. My rating's still only 1778 because I like I said, I've just played everyone once, beat all the bosses in the other room, and got to here, because I thought, hey, why not? We'll kick off an Android video playing a pool game, which is a bit retro, and I like playing this guy. He's a good laugh, a bit of a challenge, and I look forward to the video at the end, which is why I decided to film this. There's a bit of a celebration at the end when you beat this guy. So, in the background, hang on a minute. I like to game these days drinking a nice bottle of red. And we've got some Penfolds Bin 8 on the go tonight. It's a Cabernet Shiraz 2012 from South Australia. Very nice. Anyway, let's go. Let's do 11, eh? And a 7 start. On a 9-foot table, obviously, and bloody hell, he's got a big break. Wow, okay. Maybe it won't be as easy as I first thought. We'll see. I've not actually played this in a long time. So what am I on? I'm on the bigs, am I? Big stripes, lots of different names depending what part of the world you're from. Okay, it looks like the 10's cuttable in the middle pocket, so we'll have a go. Yes. Always nice to get your first shot in. Right. Now you still got the overhead view on here as well, which is pretty cool. And if you kind of touch the screen, you can zoom in as well. Just move your finger around. Now you kind of touch the screen and you think, oh yeah, it's going to be near the ball that I was pointing at, but that's not the case. Anyway, it looks like I've got 4 balls left. This is the problem ball. We'll take care of that shortly. This is interesting. I'll post some photos of this setup because I'm kind of leaning over the webcam here, trying to use my phone on a car stand that I found, just to try and keep it all stable. It does a good job at that, but makes it really hard to really line up the shot as well as I usually can if I'm just holding the phone. Alright, that looks like a good angle. A little bit of backspin here. We'll see if we can stun over. Oh well, that's gone pear-shaped. Excellent. Well, I had an opportunity to clear up there, but alright, let's see if we can. How far is that off the cushion? That's not too bad actually. Well, I'll play it with topspin. If I do pot it off the cushion, I'll have to go round the table. No, got to hit the bloody ball first as well. Oh, by the way, early days with all this YouTube stuff, and you know, depending on how much wine I've had, I may, you know, be a bit of foul language here and there. You know, it won't necessarily be a kids channel. This, so yeah, word of warning. Good game for the kids, but kids don't drink wine when they play pool. I prefer to. And you can just watch Curly look like he'll clear up here. Oh, that's a pretty piss poor shot there. Good recovery. Oh, I put a bit of check side on it, eh? Nice one. Now, if you don't get all the pool lingo, and it's, you know, no different to watching snooker. I'm going to call the shot in the top right corner here. No? Well, what a goose. Yeah, pool snooker. I love all that stuff as well. Favorite snooker player's got to be, you know, always been Ronnie in the current era. Grew up with Alex Higgins when I was a wee boy, and Jimmy White after that, really. And as I'm explaining this, I'm just about to take this rack. Just a wee stun shot, make sure I don't fall through like an idiot. Right, he had a good break. Let's put a bit of topspin on it and slow it down. Now, oh, the 8's going in. This is some slightly different rules. They're not like WPA rules. You can actually win off the break if the 8 goes in. So it's kind of a mixture of some American bar rules, I guess. I've been to the States playing over there a couple of times, and yeah, they've got some interesting rules, but not as many as I've found in Australia. Just yeah, a lot of really bizarre rules going on in Australia. So, but I could spend about an hour talking about that, so we won't bother. Aye, oh, a rare mistake from Curly there. Now, what's he left me? Now I've got the 7 tied up just around here, where my left finger's pointing, and the foul scratch sign's really in my way, actually. Pain in the ass. Alright, because I want to see what's there. Alright. And this is tied up down here as well. Choices. I think I'll get the 3 out first. So yeah, you can move the ball like it's a ball in hand, which is a good rule. Some people who may end up watching this, you know, if you're from the UK and you're like 2-shot rules, you know, reds and yellows, you don't get ball in hand, and it can be a bit tippy tappy. And again, I don't want to start arguments about what's the best version of pool. It's balls and a stick, man. That's all you need to worry about. And you know, pop balls, have fun, even in the virtual world here. Oh, man, I choked on that one. Mind you, it's all tied up here. Up until that point. Oh, that's a really bad shot. See, on the PC, I remember this guy wouldn't miss those shots at all. So if anything, like the AI on this it's not as good as it used to be. A little bit of topspin there, a touch of right hand side to straighten it up, but I was actually hoping to disturb the 6 over here, but it didn't work out. Now, alright, I may be able to put some backspin in left hand side and come back down and split up those 2 balls. I completely missed the 4 and 15 I was going for. Oh, but we've got an angle here. Come off the 1, no problem. Just top spin, and that's it. Ah, give me a break. I actually missed that. Right, okay, now it's getting tricky. I think it's just a little safety shot. That's it. Good stuff. So I'm checking out XSplit on. I've got 3 monitors set up with this new computer. It's a GT80 Titan SLI-009. So it's a bit of a beast laptop, but it's still a bit of a placeholder for me. I'm in the progress of trying to build a new water-cooled desktop. There'll be some other games I'll be showing on this channel later on. I'm basically a big Star Citizen nut at the moment, though. I've invested a lot of time and money in that so far. And that's what the rig's all about in this laptop. I've already played Star Citizen on it, and I'll do some benchmarks because I don't believe I've actually seen anyone else playing. A lot of people have asked about how this laptop goes with Star Citizen, but you know, when you're about to drop in Australia, for God's sake, man, the fuck. Snooker yourself on that, you idiot. Anyway, when you're going to drop $6,000 on a laptop, you need to know if it's as good as, you know, a decent desktop computer. Oh, almost. And the answer is yes, pretty much. I mean, it's got a 60 hertz screen, so when you've got VSync enabled, when I've played in the hangar and in, you know, Vandal Swarm, just solid 60 frames a second on ultra settings. You know, I've maxed it out, and I've got GTA 5 and The Witcher 3 recently, which came with it. Just because of the laptop and the graphics card, MSI threw that in. Very nice of them. And again, that's been crushing it. So very, very nice. Anyway, back to the pool. I'll talk about all those other things later on. I do plan on doing a bit of a techie, you know, hardware look at this laptop. So I'll leave that to another time. I really decided to film this one first because it's really trying out a lot of the new hardware I've bought. I've got this Blue Yeti microphone set up now. I've got this a Logitech C920 webcam that I've bought after reading online. It was pretty good. And, you know, I've just been buying stuff that really other YouTubers already use, and have got a lot of history, and that's a very good in-off. Fantastic. Yeah, I've already found talking and concentrating trying to play this game is quite tough. So I guess that's a skill I'll have to just get used to, master at some stage. Like me talking live without messing stuff up, but I'm not going to do 15,000 retakes on this. Wow, I really wasn't concentrating there. I thought it is full. Yeah, that's good. Don't ever do that. I did actually see Ronnie do that once. He potted a red and a second red after potting a colour. You can look that up on YouTube. Anyway, right, I better concentrate. I'm hoping this would be fairly short, especially considering I've got 7 game head start on him. It won't be short if I keep missing shots like that though. That's pretty bad. Oh man, terrible. Oh man, he just choked on it again. Right, no more messing around now, Curly. Come on, hold. Yep, that's not too bad. Now, I go by the name Telling Oz all over the, all over the internet. Whatever game I'm playing, Steam accounts. Oh, for God's sake! And Star Citizen, and there's a good way to lose a rack. Bit of a buffer here, so I'm not too worried, to be honest. But hey, what the hell was that? Was that a big or a small? Nothing. Okay, fair enough. Alright, now he's starting to play a bit better. The AI on the PC used to do this. Once they got a few, it's like it built confidence as it went. It was quite funny. The mobile one, not so much. And this will be definitely a 2-parter because I'm a newbie on YouTube. I've read up, you've got a maximum 10 minutes per video or something until you get up there, or you I heard you can actually pay or something to get longer videos posted, so we'll see. Considering I'm really just doing this for a bit of fun at the moment, this is all going to, going back to the intro video, which I would have posted by now, even though I've made this is the first video I've actually made. You would have, if you could be bothered, you would have seen the intro video I made, which really just explains why I've started doing this channel. Yeah, you can't have enough hobbies. That's the way I see things. And this kind of combines all the things I like. So that's why the channel content is, I've got a mate who does, YouTube kind of full time, and we're not watching this for the good quality pool at the moment. And he, I've went through a few things with him what I was interested in, and he said, try and focus on one thing. Most people like that, and I will for the most part. But maybe if it starts to actually get somewhere, I would probably bother. But at the moment, I'm kind of just doing this for a bit of fun. And you can always, make extra channels off the same account. I've read up on that, so that's not too hard to do. So if people really like the gaming, or they like the pool, or they like the technology reviews, they like the PC builds, they like all my radio control stuff, which I'll be hopefully doing more of. I've got well into the helicopters and planes and cars, and again, that's reviving an old hobby I had when I was like 12 years old. So it turns out there's quite a few tracks around in Australia, and things are not too bad here. So, yay. But again, I've combined my love of gaming and computers with radio control gear, because there's some software called Phoenix, which you can basically hook up your transmitter and then do, this is going in the middle pocket, and you can load up any model from all the manufacturers. They all support it, and basically, test drive your helicopters and your planes before you go out and wreck a $1,000 model, so I'll be playing around with that later on. Another nice break. So obviously we're only one frame away from victory. I kind of concentrated a wee bit there on that last one. It was a reasonably nice run out. Now, let me see. Can I finish him off? Now I'm jammed up against the cushion here, so you can see it's put the tip is pretty high, so we got just natural topspin. So I'm going to use that to come around a couple of cushions here and not pot the ball. Excellent. Fantastic shot. Well, the wine's helping. Right. Come on, slow down a wee bit. There we go. Now, one thing some people may pick up on is I'm using a few bits of Scottish slang there. I did spend some time in Scotland before I came to Australia in around 2000, I'll say. And before that, I grew up around England as well. So depending on how much wine I have, you may hear about 3 accents. But anyway. Right. Now, bit of topspin hopefully should get right behind this 9. Come on. That's not too bad. Yeah. So just topspin, I'll go off the side rail, come right back behind the for the 8 down the corner. That looks alright. That's not a bad weighted shot. Alright, cool. You're about to see a victory video and Curly dropping his pants. There you go. That's how it's done.
You are no rookie. You're a hustler, and I've been hustled.
You bet your ass.
That's okay, because I've been doing it to others since before you were born. In fact, I might have just been pulling a little hustle there myself. So let's jack it up and play again. That is, if you think you can handle it.
Aye, no problem, mate. Well, there you go. That's Curly beaten. And if you do bother playing him again, he doesn't really play that much better, and it's the same money, and you can just keep playing this over and over again. I started a fresh career on here, but ages ago, when I had this installed on an older phone, I messed around until I had about, I don't know, 11 or 12 million, and then I got bored. So it's a good fun game, and if you're a Q Sports nut, you'll appreciate the physics in it. Yeah, fantastic little game. And it looks like I've gone 22 minutes in total, so I won't bother editing down too much. It'll probably be a little 3-parter video for now until I get past newbie status on YouTube, or I work out if it's worth actually spending the money and getting extra time, in which case this will be a 1-part video and everything I've just said is a load of garbage. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already, and I'll see you in the next episode.